Hey guys, we're just going to do a little self-massage for the ankle and sort of lower leg, foot, and just a couple of stretches as well. So I actually went over on my ankle a few days ago playing badminton. So yeah, sports and stuff, quite often people will twist the ankle. Badminton, it was kind of like a bit of a side-to-side movement I was doing, and I actually did what you call eversion of the foot. So rather than, quite often you'll think when people go over on their ankle, they go that way and overstretch this side of the foot and the ankle. I actually went that way, so I like rolled over onto the arch of my foot. So I actually felt it on this side. It kind of compressed. You can actually fracture the bones and things on this side. There's not much flexibility of the foot going that way. And then obviously you can tear on this side. Luckily, it's all fine now. But at the time, I did think this is like more than normal. Obviously, I do a lot of yoga, so I think yoga really helps with the flexibility of the ankles. And in the evening, after I'd finished and I'd had a shower and everything, I did actually massage the ankle. And the next day, it was really good. So it felt really good. So yeah, depending if you have done something like that, depending how severe it is, if you've got swelling and things, you might just want to use ice. Rest ice, compression, elevation, that kind of thing. So just rest it maybe. If you've not really got any swelling but you can feel a bit of a niggle, it might be worth just getting in there to try and loosen it up. Also, you can use massage and ice. So yeah, kind of I suppose when you feel ready, you massage or get somebody else to massage. You can use ice after. Yeah, so these are just a few just simple massage techniques you can do really for the ankle, and just if you have got any little niggles or if it's just feeling a little bit stiff, just to keep it supple. So obviously we've got the Achilles, which is a major one. A lot of sports people can have some sort of like tears in the Achilles or like complete ruptures, which can put people out for like a year or whatever. So yeah, it's another good one from a yoga perspective, keeping that nice and pliable, and also massage, keeping it nice and loose as well. So just wanted to show you a few things out of my book. There's absolutely loads. On the feet and the ankles, it's really complex. You've got all the bones, you've got all the connective tissue, so you've got the ligaments and the tendons. Obviously you've got all the muscles coming down the leg as well. So going over on the ankle won't necessarily just affect the ankle. You might be having an effect on the foot, could be coming up the leg. I felt it actually on my knee as well. You might even feel it all the way up the leg, into the hip, into the lower back. So yeah, these are just a few little a few of the pictures out of my books, but this is one just showing you the red is like showing you how the muscles come down and connect to the foot, the bottom, and also that side's another one as well. So just showing you how they kind of connect from the foot right up to the knee. And then also this one, so this one's actually showing inside the foot of the connective tissue in between the bones. So yeah, go over on your ankle. Obviously anything could happen to any of these things, and I suppose having regular massage, doing stretches, mobility exercises, and obviously yoga. A lot of the standing postures are great for the feet, you know, strengthening and also stretching the feet and the ankles. So, you know, will help just injury prevention. So for massage, we're going to You don't have to, but I'm going to show you how to use oils and essential oils. So if you have got any oils and essential oils, you can use some of those for muscle fatigue or muscle injury, and also sort of injuries to the connective tissue as well. You want to make sure that you're comfy. So if you're getting someone else to do it, just get yourself a comfy spot, put your feet up, and get someone else to do it for you. You might want a few towels. So towels are great. You can roll towels up. They're great for supporting the leg, the ankle, under the knee. But they're also obviously great for mopping up the oil, because it can get everywhere, and just it stains as well, so not great. Cushions, you might want some cushions as well for support. So I'm going to try and demonstrate it to you. When I did mine, the other day, I kind of felt like I didn't really want to be like messing about with my foot too much, because obviously I'd gone over that way, which felt really unnatural. I could feel the stretch here, I could feel some pain up here, and also here, which I did get a little bit scared about, because I thought, oh God, I could have done something, some sort of fracture going that way, but it's obviously now it's fine. So yeah, I didn't want to be messing around with the foot too much. So you want to make sure that you've got it in a position that you don't feel like you're putting on any pressure, sort of wrong pressure on the foot. I'm going to show you sort of doing it like this. You might, if you're doing self-massage, you might want to sit on a chair. You might find it easier if you're up on a chair, and then you can just bring your leg across, and just try and keep the ankle and the foot quite straight. If you're doing it on the floor, you could use cushions as support. There's all sorts you could do. Cushions under there, cushions under your bum, or you could try cushions under there. I might try that actually for the minute. Obviously towels, if you're using oils, is a good option. Or you could also, which is what I was doing the other night, I was just literally straight, and I was massaging, because then I could keep the alignment of my leg and my foot, and I was just sort of massaging like that. But if you're doing it like that, make sure it feels comfy, because it is quite a bit of a stretch. You could always put cushions under the knees, that might help just to get to it. Right. So hopefully you set up. So with oils, just want to get yourself like a little container. You can buy pre-mixed oils for sport, for injury, for muscle rubs and all that kind of thing, or you could mix your own. So just got a container, got some grapeseed oil, which is a basic carrier oil. It's okay if you've got sort of nut allergies and things, so it's pretty much okay for everybody. And then essential oils. So some good ones to use are rosemary is always quite a good one for muscles, really good for increasing circulation. Eucalyptus, another good one. Quite often people use peppermint as well. So peppermint's, I find that quite strong actually on my skin, but it's quite invigorating, but it's quite cooling as well. So people often use it in the foot area, so another quite good one. Obviously lavender, anti-inflammatory relaxation, and chamomile, anti-inflammatory relaxation. Black pepper, so that's another one, very invigorating. So I would have used rosemary, but I've run out, so I've just mixed mine. I've just used eucalyptus and lavender. So what you do is you can measure it out. If you've got a pipette, you can use that. Also, you can buy containers that have got measurements on the side. So you'd generally use, measure out in millilitres. So you put like 1 millilitre of the carrier oil and 1 drop. So depending how much you need, you might need 5 millilitres. So you might want 5 drops. So you could do 2 drops of lavender, 3 drops of eucalyptus. You can use 2 or 3 essential oils, or you can just use 1. So whatever's best for you, really, or whatever you've got. Sometimes if you're treating an injury and it's just like a specific massage, quite specific, rather than a full body, you could double it. So you could use more. So sort of like to 1 ml, you could put 2 drops. So yeah, I have done it quite strong. I've just mixed mine up in here and done it quite strong, done quite a few drops in there. So if you do have any queries on essential oils, because some of them, like black pepper, rosemary, like I said, with peppermint, with my skin, it feels a bit strong sometimes. Definitely look it up how to use it. If you have got essential oils, get a book, go on the internet. I will actually show you. These are really quite good books, so that's something you could look at, which will tell you like the contraindications for each oil, like rosemary you shouldn't use when you're pregnant, that kind of thing. So right, get yourself comfy, get my cushions out. So I'm just going to do one ankle just to show you kind of like, yeah, what I would do with a tight ankle or a bit of a twisted ankle sort of niggle. Right, how are we doing it like that? Right, I'm going to put my towel on here. Yeah, it kind of feels okay. So you just do whatever feels right for you. So I'm trying to maintain the alignment in my foot and my ankle. If you are using oil, obviously you don't have to. If you are, just get it into your hand, heat it up a little bit. And you can just like do sort of like an all over bit of a rub. So like I say, go over on your ankle. Obviously it affects up the leg. It can affect down into the foot as well. So it's kind of up to you how far really you want to go with the massage. If you're getting someone else to do it for you, they might want to just like, you could get them to do up the leg a little bit, up the back of the calves, quite nice. Yeah, and if I was doing somebody, if I had enough time, I probably would do, I'd probably do both legs and do like the full legs on both legs, just to make sure that, you know, if anything's out of alignment further up, I'm kind of sorting it out. So yeah, just rubbing the oils in. So just basically like rubbing the oils in is going to be good. Our skins absorb what we put onto them. Our skin absorbs, so the oils will be getting absorbed into your skin, and then they go into your bloodstream as well. So yeah. So yeah, good to just make sure it's quite supported. So I'm just like using my hand to support here, keep the alignment of my foot. So you can use your thumbs, that's quite good. It's called friction, and you do like little circles with the thumbs, and you can sort of use the thumbs to do straight lines as well. So you could do like circles, maybe around the ankle joint, quite a good one. And maybe just feeling for where it feels, might feel a little bit sore, and you could just like work into that. You could use both thumbs, so just around the ankle. You might feel like tight spots, you can just sort of like run down like that. So you want to do both sides. You can use the fingers as well if you want, rather than the thumbs. So yeah, I'll just pick my foot up and you can see, just sort of like going around the ankle bone there. And what I did when when I had gone over that evening, I was sort of just feeling for, yeah, trying to figure out where it was, because I could feel the whole ankle felt, I've done something, but it was kind of just like pinpointing what I'd done and feeling it. In sports massage, we'd call it palpating, and you can kind of like figure out possibly what's going on. You know, what might have been overstretched or injured possibly. So yeah, so round the ankle bones is a really good one. Frictions with the tips of the fingers and the thumbs, circles, sort of all the way around. Just go with it. Just feel for where you're feeling any tension. So I'm feeling a little bit up there now. So that could be connected to what I did actually, just up here. So I can use both thumbs, just sort of like going into that. Obviously pressure is to you, so you don't want it so hard that you're just really tensing up. You want to be able to relax and breathe into it, but also that you want to feel that it's actually doing something. Also the front of the ankle's really good, so we have like a sort of bit, you might feel a little bit of a gap in between the tendons here, so that's quite nice. You could do that with the thumbs, or you could do that with the finger. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. That feels really nice. And then also another really good one, I'd say probably whatever you've done on your ankle or your foot, or like if you feel like you've pulled your calf a little bit around the Achilles. So yeah, you can literally do sort of either side of the heel. That's quite nice, just down there, just rubbing down there. And then you can actually go up right behind the Achilles tendon, or try and get behind kind of thing, and just sort of like massaging up. I'll show you, I'll keep picking my foot up. Up along the back, and then like back down. So I'm using obviously my thumb, and so one hand like my thumb and then this finger, and just sort of like doing like sort of circles and grabbing. There's grabbing action a little bit just to do here. So also, yeah, if your Achilles is tight, you could maybe start to massage onto, you can see, like up the back a little bit of the Achilles. Doing that grabbing motion is quite good actually. You can go up along the Achilles, you could go all the way up the calf doing that. That's really nice. So yeah, again, just like feeling for any tension, any tight spots, and you can work that out with the thumbs or the fingers, circles, or sort of like straight pushes. So yeah, just trying to really get behind that Achilles, loosen it all off, down into the heel. So hopefully we've showed you enough around the ankle, so you could just work on that as long as you feel comfy. If you do get any inflammation after, you can ice it, and that'll just help to bring any inflammation or swelling down or anything. I'm just going to show you the foot as well. So yeah, it might be a good idea to go up the foot. So obviously you've got lots of connective tissue in the foot that might have been overstretched as well. So the heel, sorry, not the heel, the arch of the foot. Obviously as I everted the foot, it's put pressure onto this arch of the foot. So that's quite a nice one to do. Just running up the inside of the foot. You can do it with the thumb. So yeah, I'm like literally running up sort of towards my big toe. I'm doing it with my thumb. You can do it with your fist. And you can just like literally get your fist and go up the whole of the foot, so right up the middle of the foot. Like that. So just probably want to do like a little massage on the top of the foot as well as doing the bottom. You can just work down towards the toes. Again, with the thumbs, you could do like the straight lines, or you could do sort of circles down towards each toe. So yeah, preferably this is all whilst keeping good alignment of your foot. So obviously I've been moving mine around quite a bit so I can show you. But yeah, you don't want to like be overstretching the foot and hurt injuring it kind of thing. So try and maintain good alignment of the foot. So yeah, the toes are quite a good one as well actually. You could even sort of like rub the toes. You can do like toe stretches, obviously depending how you feel. You could stretch the toes that way, just sort of like rub over the top and then stretch them back, sort of rub that way. Obviously easier if someone else is doing your feet for you. They can do this for you, just to work the toes. So again, maintaining good alignment of your foot, we can start to do some exercises with the foot and the ankle. Listen to your body, make sure it feels okay. So you can link the fingers with the toes, but you don't have to. You could just hold the foot and just like do rotations. So really gently, you like bring the toes back and then we rotate round. So yeah, the other night, if I'd have done this after my injury, it would have possibly been a bit too much, me doing it with my hand. I did do it, but I did it on its own, so I'll show you that in a minute, without using my hand, because sometimes you're using your hand, you might push a little bit too far. So yeah, again, obviously just make sure you feel okay doing this. Probably do it really slow and just really like be aware of the movement, and then change direction. So again, try and keep good alignment of the foot. If you need to, hold just above the ankle joint so you're really supporting the leg. Okay, the other one that you can do is yeah, so rotation, and then you can also flex the foot as well. So we can go straight, pointing the toes away, which is plantar flexion of the foot. So that's getting, I'm trying to keep really good alignment, so I'm just getting like a straight stretch down the front of the leg into the foot and the toes. So yeah, if you're doing it like that, you could do it like that. And then dorsiflexion is bringing the foot back. So again, keep really good alignment. So you can do it like this, but just try and keep good alignment. And watch out for any niggles. If you do feel like it's hurting, just don't do it. Come out of it, or don't do it so far. Okay, so I'll just show you the mobility exercises I did, which are the same really as that, but it's just doing it without using your hands to do it. So yeah, you can, quite good just to take the legs out straight, sitting on the floor. So if you need support, put it under your bum. If you need a wall behind you, you could do that, sit up against a wall. If you need cushions under your knees to support the knees as well, if the hamstrings feel tight, do that. I'm just going to do it like this, and yeah, just being really mindful, so bringing your awareness down into the foot that you're going to work with and the ankle that you're going to work with. So just going to point the toes away, just going to hold it, breathe into it, just feel that stretch. So yeah, this is quite good because you can just, rather than physically doing it with your hands, you can just work with what feels right for you, basically. And you'll know as you start to take the foot forward, you'll know if that's pushing it too far. So go to where you feel any tension, just hold it there, breathe into it. Try and maintain the alignment. So we're trying to keep hip in line with the knee, in line with second and third toe. So sort of like straight line like that. So you're getting a really even stretch down that foot. Really, you just want to hold for like 15 seconds, but you could hold it longer if you want, and then bring the foot back. So push through the heel, draw the toes back, do it on both sides. Try and concentrate on doing it on one side. So that's a really nice stretch. I'm getting a really nice calf stretch with that. I've slightly lift the heel off the ground and I'm pushing away through the heel. I'm not locking my knee back, so I'm contracting the quad, which is just like protecting the knee as well. And again, I'm trying to keep the alignment with the second and third toe to the knee, to the hip. Okay, and then we'll do the rotation. So again, just really mindfully, like circle the toes. So yeah, you might have some movement in the whole of the leg now, but that's fine. Just, yeah, go with that. Just go with what feels right for you. So you might, depending on what you've done or where your ankle feels tight, you know, you might get pain with it back here. You might get pain as it goes to this side or to this side. But it's just really slowly doing it so it's controlled, under your control, and you can kind of, you know, you could even hold it if you wanted and just like stretch into it a little bit. And then just change direction. So you can maybe just work with that. You could even like stretch out your toes actually, that's quite nice. Bit of a toe stretch, try and create some space between the toes, feel a stretch all the way up the back of the leg. So just work with those as long as you feel comfy, and that's a good way of just sort of, yeah, increasing the mobility back into the ankle and the foot, and sort of like rehabilitation. So you could always like, that's quite a good one as well. It's a bit faster, a bit like, yeah, pointing and flexing. See? Right, I'll leave it there. I've rambled on a bit. So hopefully there are some good exercises and massage techniques that will help you with tension in your ankles, or, you know, niggles with the ankles. Obviously, if there's anything, any major swelling, anything serious, you want to go and get an x-ray, check your foot out, go and see the doctor or whatever. So, but yeah, massage, great. Those essential oils, great. You can use them sort of consecutively if you want. Do it for a few days in a row, or you could do, sometimes good with massage actually, like one day off, next day off. So you could do it sort of alternate days, maybe for a week, using those oils. And then obviously if you need to ice after, that's cool. Or put your, yeah, you could put your feet in iced water, could be a good one as well. Okay, good luck. See you soon.